Hello everyone, Klaus here, and today we're gonna review some canister set from 2008. In fact, from the first wave of 2008, it is gonna be a Makuta because remember, in this first wave, in this Fantoka wave, we've got 3 Toanuva and 3 Makuta. So we're gonna review one of the Makuta today, and it's gonna be Vampua, the blue one. So here we go, the canister, which is in fact a crossover between some older canisters and also the Toamawi canister. So why is the Toamawi one? Because it's got this plastic part, which is put on the front of the canisters and not on the top. But as you can see on the top, you still have an opening, if I can say so. It's still the place to open and to take the parts out. Take the parts out. Yes. And in fact, it's not unlike the Toamawi canister, which was meant to be opened on the rear part, in fact. So it's kind of a crossover between some older and some Toamawi canisters, and I think it's worked quite well. So of course, this part is supposed to represent some part of Katanui, so some work and stuff like that. The upper part of Katanui, of course, because the bottom part, if I can say so, is the lower part, yes, is the swamp part. But it's it's the second wave and stuff like that. So yes. By the way, here we have Vampua. Of course, it's got an air for the car, and I think that's quite all. The edge condition, and yeah, so quite nice, and it's quite an interesting idea to reuse the plastic part on the front of the canisters. And of course, this time it's blue, as you can clearly see. But if I have taken, if I have took, for example, no, taken, yes, if I have taken Kopaka, it would have been white. So on the rear part, on the back part, yes, we have got this stuff, so it shows you that you can in fact link the Matawan and the Makuta together from this. I think I have already shown you this in the Gavla. It's totally, I think I'm sure I've shown this, so if you want to see that. The biocode, the website ad, it shows you the collectible, we're going to talk about this later, with the Tridax pod and the shadow leeches. And then you got this stuff, which in fact can be removed if you just put off this two, I don't think it's called rubber band, but yes. By the way, you put this part off, and then you can have something to do a little scene and to play with. And that's all. Yes, you have some recommendation right there, and yeah, we are done with the canister, which is quite okay if you ask me. Then you have the instruction booklet, so it's printed horizontally, as you can clearly see, and it's of course cut on the legs, but because the Vampua doesn't really have any legs, it doesn't really cut that much of the pictures, of the front pictures. But we're gonna see later why it doesn't have any really legs. So it tells you to sort out your parts and stuff like that, but just for canister steps, so it's not really that interesting. In 10 steps, this one, right here, the part list, excuse me. The link between the Matawan, or not much more like how to link the Matawan to the Makuta. Every set from the first wave, or at least every Makuta, every canister set, excuse me, and little sets of Matawan sets, and some ads, and also some ads for the Toa Inika. And I think that's quite all. So we're gonna talk about Vampua right now. So here we go with the bottom part of Vampua. So of course the color scheme is dark blue, black, silver, and also I think you're gonna have some gray, and that's all. So black, dark blue, gray, and silver, and also some trans orange part. But just some little parts right there. So yes, by the way, the legs you can clearly, so yeah, of course, yeah, we're gonna use an metal pelvis, so nothing really new. As you can see, we're gonna use also this part, which was first released in Takadox, but this time in silver. So I do not remember, I do not really remember if I have seen this part in silver in other sets, but it's kind of an interesting recolor, even if you have just one. But still, it allows you to in fact hide, if I can see the pelvis part. So it's quite cool, in fact. And I have to stop to say, in fact, every 10 seconds or so. So yeah, by the way, we're gonna have this part, and then 2 double connectors in black, which are in fact little one and the new one. So they're kind of rare, in fact, because I think you can find some in one of the Makuta in the second wave, which is, and I don't recall the name, but it's the yellow one and the black one, and it's got also some double connector like that, but be careful because they break really easily. In fact, one of mine really broke easily, seriously. So be careful when you try to put this off and make some marks with that. And by the way, here you're gonna have some Ordica neck parts right there, and finally some Mawitawan, so the Mawitawan from 2007, Mawitawan dagger right here is in dark blue, so it's also new colors in dark blue. and it's quite look cool. We also have some recolor this part in white, I think, and in silver, of course, which is the normal color. And so this is the first one, this first time I think, yes, we see that in dark blue. I do not recall if they are in blue in the Kazeni set with the little matter one, but I don't think so. By the way, it was the bottom part, as you can see, it's really simple. In fact, it's really different from all the other Makuta. So, for example, some Antros and Shiwaks, which got real legs. So this means with double connectors and then a leg, if I can say so. So it's quite different and it's quite interesting. So here's the upper part. So of course, because it's a Makuta with 2008, it's got a special frame. So this is this black part right here. So it's really a big blocky part with two budget, of course, tooling the two arms. And also you can see kind of all right there. So here's, you can't really see that well, but I'll just do a little turnaround of the frame parts. So of course, here you have some pinhole, yes, pinhole tooling this L-shaped part, in fact, which will be useful tooling the matter one with it, and of course this the two remaining holes will be useful tooling the lower part I have shown you earlier. But by the way, if you have this hole, which is not a pinhole, of course, you're gonna supposed to put this part, which is kind of look like a whip cage in silver. Gonna link that with the two pinhole. As you can see, if I press this part, this plastic part, which is of course a part from the whip cage, it's open. So it's open. We're gonna then put this part in, which is a true spot. So it's made of two parts, and then inside you got 4 shadow leeches, which looks like that. So it's made in a. You can squeeze the plastic, you can clearly see. It has some little eyes and some mouths, so already a great sense of detail, and also some axle all on their back. So we're gonna put this 4 ones in there. Excuse me. Put this inside, and then I just have to press this part, and ta-da, it opens and it explodes the shadow leeches. So here's the little projectable for this Makuta, because in fact you're just gonna see this this projectable part with the 3 Makuta from 2008, from the first wave. So that's all for the body frame, you can say so. Then you have the head. So the head is quite simple because it's a Metru head, right here with the orange eyebrow color, and also you have the mask right there. Excuse me if you can see. Well, I'm just gonna let me off the light with some little teeth. Oh yeah, you can. It's really dark because. And as you can see, also you have some silver fade in that. So it really looks nice and really. It really have a nice shape because it really goes back, as you can clearly see, on the rear part. Excuse me. So yeah, quite an interesting mask, and of course it's kind of a terrifying, if I can say so. It's kind of scare the Matter One and stuff like that. So we're gonna talk about the arms, I think. So the arms are more in fact simple than the legs because they use also some double connectors this time, so with some Metru Inika, yes, it's some Inika type armor in fact, right there. Then you have the Piraka arms, which is Piraka white arms, excuse me, yes. And then some connectors. On this connector you got some galley hooks, so it's really old school parts. And then the new wings which were released in fact in 2008. You can find some, for example, in Shiwaks, also in the Makuta Ikawaks. But this time there was 2 new colors, so the grey one with some silver fade and the blue one with some silver fade. Because on Shiwaks it was black with some silver fade. So this time you got blue and grey, and that's quite nice if you ask me. So of course this part is put on the double connectors, and this one is put on this connector, so it can move. And the same goes for the second arm, for the left one. We're gonna link this part together right there. So it's kind of cool because you can clearly see there is no hole between these two parts, so it's really goes smooth. I think the shape of his body really is smooth, I can say so. There is no big hole between and stuff like that, so no, really, so it's linked pretty well together. So now I'm just going to do a turnaround, then I'm going to talk about the articulation, of course, and we will be done, I think, with this set. So the articulation on the legs, of course, you got like 2 points of articulation, so it's kind of limited. So you can just do stuff like that. So in fact, it's kind of up to you to try to find some more poses, because I can't really tell you the number of poses, because it's on 2 free ball joints. So of course, sometimes it's blocked, but sometimes you can still turn the part, so you can clearly see. So yes, it's really up to you to move this part together. So I'm gonna put it like that. Of course, there is no really fit, so it's just can stand on these two parts. You can clearly see. So we're gonna need the help of the 2 arms. The arms, of course, can on the shoulder section, can, because it's on a free ball joint, can turn in every direction, like that, for example. On the not the shoulder, I don't think. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna search on dictionary because I just lost the word, so excuse me. It's gonna be really quick. Shoulder. Excuse me. Yes. No, this part is the shoulder, but this part is not the knee. I think it's the elbow. Yeah, I think it's called the elbow. So excuse me if I just make a mistake, but I think it's the elbow part, and it just can turn at 90 degrees. Like that, because of the armor, which is right there. And then of course you have the hand, which can just turn in one direction because of the parts used. So it just means you can't really turn this on the side, but just like that. And so if you want to, in fact, to pose, oh yes, and the head of course, but the head it's on a free ball joint, so you can turn up, down, on the side. There is no problem at all. And here we go, you have posed avant-pointe. So, I think that's quite all for this set. So, I'm gonna do just a little sum up on this one. So, what's not to like first? So, the drawback for me are the possibility, because as you can clearly see, it's kind of forced to be on his on his legs and also on his arms, because he can just stand, excuse me, on his just can stand on his feet, because it doesn't really have any feet. In fact, it just has some kind of clawed Naruto and dagger. So yeah, it's kind of hard to pose him in different ways. I think you can still try to do stuff like that, but even with that, it's really hard to pose him. You can try stuff and stuff like that, but it's more like to swoosh it around, I think, seriously, because if you decide to put this like that, for example, I really find that it's kind of cool, because it's really like large wings that you can clearly see, more like a bat, yeah. So yes, if you just decide to swoosh it around, it's really cool, because you really have a nice design with the 4 wings and stuff like that. But in terms of pure posability with the legs and stuff like that, it's really bad, if you ask me. So, because you can really do tons of pose, and it really fall off easily, of course, if you don't put him on his legs and also on his arms. So yeah, the possibility is kind of a drawback, of course, even if when you even if you want to swoosh it around, it's really have a cool design. And I think that's quite all for the drawback. So yes, you can also say that there is no really tons of parts, because the legs are not there is not that much of parts used for the legs. In comparison to the other Callister set, but still, I still find it's quite okay personally, because we like because yeah, one of the good parts now is the parts. I think the part selection of this set, because even if there are not that tons of new parts, there is still some nice recolors. So first of all, of course, you've got the special Makuta part, like I said, so this means you have the Makuta frame, the whip cage, and also the Twi'lek pod with the 4 shadow leeches. Also, you got this recolor, which is quite nice, and the 4 wings recolored, which is really interesting, because you got some blue and some gray. Also, this Naruto and dagger in blue, and also the little double connector, which also is the war part for me, at least. The L-shaped part. So yes, in fact, it's really tons of recolored part and kind of new part also for the time, of course, for 2008. So yeah, I think that the part selection is quite great for this set. And also one of the important points is the design, which is really unique, in fact, because it's really different from the other set. It's really different from Entourage, which was really a classical canister set, and different from She-Works, which got really a long arm, for example. This one is really different because it doesn't really have any legs, so of course it kind of it's a drawback, I have said earlier, on the articulation point, but on the design point, it's really make him unique, if I can say, on the design section. So yeah, it's a great designed set, and it's really unique and original, if you ask me. And so that's one of the good points of this set. And I think I said it all. So did I recommend you this set? Yes, I think so. Still, I can recommend you this one because, of course, if you search, if you like the set for their possibility and stuff like that, maybe you don't really want this set, and I can understand you because it's bad on the articulation section. Yes, on the not really articulation, but like on the possibility section, it's kind of bad. But on the design section, it's really great. In fact, it's really got an interesting and unique design. It's really a charismatic set, and it's also got some really interesting parts and pieces. So yes, it's an interesting set, and I think that's one of the Makuta. I really one of my the one I prefer, seriously. Even if it's not really that articulated, but the overall design is really that good, and the color scheme, even if it's classic, because dark gray, black, and silver color is really some colors that you see everywhere, but it still works pretty well. And you can still do some nice stuff with like that. So yeah, guys, I think that's all for my reviews of Vampire. So I recommend you use this set if you don't really if you like. Oh, excuse me, it's my phone. Sorry for that, it's my little brother's phone, which rang at the end of my review, but I'm not going to begin this do this review again, so excuse me for this little problem. It's a live problem, direct problem, so yeah. By the way, that's all on my review on Vampire. I really like this set, as you have understood, and that's also I recommend you this one, even if it's not really that articulated. And yeah, so hope you enjoy this review, guys, and see you later for another Bionica video reviews. Bye bye!